put a star to this. Okay, I will tell you why. Can you type your answers in? I will go through the way that most students do. And the answer is wrong. Okay. Over the years, a lot of students cannot do this question. Even students from that year, they thought that, okay, this should be the way. So let me explain what is the way. So, okay, I see answers. Is it 9? The answer here, okay, is not 9. Okay, so those who got 9, let me tell you how you get it. Okay, so 200 pieces of ribbons. Okay, put 2 stars. Okay, because this type of question is a bit of logic. So each length 110 cm. Okay, the ribbon, each of it must be 110 cm. To decorate a room for the party, ribbons are sold in rows of 25 meters each. So what you need to know is you need 200 pieces of ribbon. So the total length you need, right? This is the wrong method. I'll explain why later, then I'll explain the correct method. So students will take 200 pieces times 110. That will give you, okay, because I don't have the working for the wrong method. Okay, let me just write down. Okay, 22,000. Then, because the ribbons are sold in rows of 25 meters, let's change 25 meters to cm. So it's 2,500 cm. Okay, now, so what you will do is this is what you need. So this is the 1 row of ribbon. So what you will do, those who get 9, I believe you did this. Okay, divide by 2500. 8.8. Then you round off to 9. Please raise your hand or just show me if you have done it this way. I just want to know who have done it this way. Those who got 9, okay, you mentioned that. Okay lah, so I know. So people who got 9, this is the reason why you got it this way. Okay, now I'm going to explain why this is wrong. Okay, so now, if you add up the total ribbon, the total length that you need, this is 110 cm. Okay, I need 200 pieces, right? The total length is 22,000 cm. Your ribbon is, okay, 2,500 cm. So what you're trying to tell me is that, okay, at this point, okay, let's say this is the 2,500 cm for ribbon, right? It will not cut nicely. That means it will not use up the whole thing of 2,500 cm because why? You see, if I take 2,500 cm, divide by each piece of ribbon is 110, you can cut 22 pieces. That means you can cut 22 pieces, okay? And then if it's 22 pieces, let's see what happened. 22 times 110 is 2,420. That means there will be a remaining of 80 cm. So if you do by this method here, you're telling me that this 80 cm will combine with another 80 cm and then you can cut it to form 110, which is 1 ribbon. So you're cutting up the pieces, the remaining pieces of 80, 80, 80 and joining them to make, okay, complete pieces of ribbon. Is that possible? No, they want 200 pieces of ribbon. You cannot cut and paste one. So that's why a lot of students didn't do this question properly because they would have gotten this method and it's wrong. Because logically, if you want ribbons that is of a length of 110 cm, you cannot cut 80 cm and sew it with 30 cm. You cannot make 80, then you combine with another 30 cm, okay, to form 110 cm. That doesn't work in reality. We want 110 cm per ribbon, so we have to cut exactly 110 cm. So if you're done by this method, sorry, no marks. Okay, so what's the proper way to do this? So now that you know, the first thing that you need to do for this part here is to find out 1 row of ribbon, okay, can cut how many pieces. So 1 row is Okay, 25 meter, let's convert it again to 2,500 cm. So 2,500 cm, I need to divide by 110 cm. You don't have to write the units. I'm writing to show you, okay, so that you know what I'm actually doing. So 2,500 cm is the whole ribbon. If every piece is 110 cm, we did this just now already. So 2,500 divided by 110, okay, you will get 22, okay. Students have a problem with this. When they write this, they tend to write or remainder 72 cm or something. So please do not do that. You know that it's 22, okay. What you can do is you multiply back 22 times 110 because you want to know, okay, what's the length of these 22 pieces. So 22 sets of 110 will give you 2,420. So the remainder here will be taking 2,500 minus 2,420. The remainder is 80 cm. So every piece of ribbon, every row of ribbon can cut 22 pieces. This means 22 pieces plus 80 cm of ribbon remaining. Please take note, this is very important. Some students cannot get this remainder 80 cm, which they'll put 0.72, which is fine. Just that you need to understand you can only get 22 pieces from one row of ribbon. So how many rows do you need? So if one row can cut 22 pieces, the next thing I will do is to take 200 pieces, divide by 22 pieces. Okay, let's see how many rows you can get. So this will give you 9, remainder 2. So that means that you have to use 9 rows, okay? And then you have remaining 2 pieces. You can't cut from 9 rows for that. You already cut 9 rows, so the remaining 2 pieces have to be cut from the new row, which is 9 plus 1 equals to 10. Or some of you will put round off 10, also fine. But you must know what your answers give you. Like, okay, what does the quotient means to you? Is it talking about the number of ribbons or talking about the length of ribbons? So you must be able to figure out from there. So those who got it wrong didn't get 10, okay, which I believe I see a few 9s already from the chat. So make sure that you know how to do this question. Can? Okay, so I give you some time to process this and take down the notes that you need to take down, okay? But really important to know and think logically for some questions. PSLE question not just test you mathematically. Okay, mathematically, when you do that way, there's nothing wrong. But logically, it doesn't fit because why? You can't be cutting and sewing up pieces together. So that is something that we don't do in real life. So you need to imagine this question in real life. What will you do? You will cut. You will take one row and cut 110 cm each. Then whatever that's left, if it doesn't fit 110, you will throw away that piece. You will discard. So that's why you can't do it the first method when I went through, okay, which is where you combine all the pieces together. Okay, now I move on. Can I move on? Please put a thumbs up so that I know I can move it to the next question. I know that answer key will be given, okay, but doesn't mean that you cannot take down notes, okay? So whatever that is important that you feel that you need to write down, okay, some notes for you to remember how to do this question, please go ahead. Don't just copy answer blindly, okay? Do make sure that you process what is being talked about and what are the key things I mentioned here. Why did I ask you to put a star? Because when you revise again, you must take note that this question involves a bit of logic. Okay, now next